Yeah, what's up, everybody? So I was just thinking, I was watching the whole Karmelo Anthony thing, and some black gentleman was talking about people taking pictures of them urinating on people's graves, and then other people making fun of Karmelo Anthony being locked up and everything that could befall them. You know, I've been around a lot in life. Not that my opinion's any more important than anybody else's, because it's not. But I've gotten to be on different sides of things a lot. And there's a lot of good black people out there, man. You know, and most of the black people that don't want to like white people just because of the way that we look or whatever. You know, there's not really a lot that I can say to them, because they're not going to listen anyways. Their minds are already made up, just like people on, or that look like me. Some of them have their minds made up too. A race war, I think that's ridiculous. I don't think that anyone would win that or even wants that. And the people that would want that on either side don't really know what they're wishing for. You know, it just seems to me that there's so much out there that people are trying to foment division and stuff like that and strife amongst us. And it's just crazy to me, because in this country, and I've been in quite a few countries, this country has a pretty high standard of living for everybody. Even the poor people here have a great standard of living compared to a global level. And so why people want to be so upset at other people, it's almost like they stoke the flames of hatred on purpose. You know, I like going to black church. I've talked about that before. I like going there specifically, not because they're black and I'm some knee-jerk, heartwarming liberal, because I'm not. I like going to black people church because their organ music's better. That's why. It's not because I'm trying to make reparations or kiss black people ass. It's not any of that shit. It's because their fucking organ music's it's bomb, dude. And I love it, and I play organ at home. But my wife tells me, hey, Dave, you can't go to black people church because they deserve to have their own place. And even though the house of God is open to everybody, because that's always true. So if you're in need of Jesus and you're white and there's just a black church by you, by all means go to church and find Jesus, without a doubt. And even they would agree to that, almost 100%. I've met great people at black people church, man. Super nice people. Not everyone digs on me, of course. You know, being honest. But this whole Karmelo Anthony thing, and the same is true of white people churches too, mostly. And I've lived in the South too, so I've been to plenty of churches in the South. Mostly, people that are Christians just want you to get right with God, and they don't give a damn what you look like. And then there's people that aren't all that spiritually minded, that don't give a damn what your spiritual status is or your religious status is. They just care about how you look. Which is a road that I've gone down myself in my own life. Not that I'm some like reformed skinhead or something like that. I'm going to get up and kiss, what is that? Not ACLU, the other one. The Southern Poverty Law Center, the SPLC. I'm not going to kiss SPLC ass. They can kiss my ass all the way around. Totally, because they are just as much people that like to foment division. You know, I learned that if I had been born black, I still would have blamed all my shortcomings on somebody else. And that's mostly what it is. Most of the time, people that are racist want to talk shit. And I'm talking about white racist, black racist, Latino racist, Asian racist, because they got them in every color. Indian races from the Asian subcontinent, people that are racist invariably are non-achievers in their own life and are pissed off and want to fucking blame somebody else. Okay? You happy? There you fucking go. Like I'm writing this book right now, right? I'm writing this book. And now that I'm writing this book, I can either finish this book or I can not finish it and just think that I would be good enough, or I can finish it, maybe not be good enough and fail. But at least I'll have finished something. And if I do fail, which is a possibility, I can go back to the drawing board and do better next time and continue my education, etc., etc., etc. All of my faults are my own, and it's got nothing to fucking do with somebody else's melanin content or any other fucking thing like that. There we go. We got Easy Riders right next to me. So many fucking people want to get caught up on my mom didn't give me this, my fucking father wasn't there, including my own fucking kids. I would have liked to have been there. You know what? Nobody gives a fuck about what you did or didn't get. They're too concerned with making sure that they can make a comfortable life for themselves and their loved ones. They don't give a fuck about you or your tears, unless maybe you're a woman or a child, but even that goes only so far. And if you're a dude, nobody definitely gives a fuck about you except maybe your significant other and maybe your children if they weren't stripped from you by the family court system. So mostly, nobody gives a fuck about your tears, man, especially if you're a guy. A lot of the people getting online making a lot of these fucking videos are dudes. You know, the day you became a man is the day you stopped mattering to anybody else. It's women and children first, not you and your bucket of tears, man. And I'm not saying that in a disparaging way. I'm just saying that in a very realistic way. And this is important. Because all of our shortcomings, even with that, we're still good enough for God, man. And I'm not going to get on some holy roller thing. I'm just going to say that there is a way to find happiness in this world. There is a way to improve and better yourself. There is a way to make a spiritual connection with another human being to where you've got your whole reason to go home at the end of the day. And your life doesn't suck because you matter to somebody. Okay? All these people out there doing all this shit, looking for the next piece of ass, running around in the street like a dog in heat and every other fucking thing. There's no future in it, man. Not that I'm some old fucking wise guy. I just know what I've learned in my own life, mostly by mistakes I've made myself. You know what experience is? Experience is the accumulation of mistakes so you know what not to do next time. This whole fucking race war, man, I feel bad for good people of every color because they just want to live their life. And then you've got a whole bunch of hateful individuals because they don't have the fucking balls to fucking man up and go overcome their own fucking deficiencies. Period. That's what it is. That's what it is. Or they lack the work ethic, or they want to cry about somebody else had a better starting position than somebody else. You know, nobody gives a fuck. You're wasting your fucking time on this earth, which is something you cannot purchase. One day at a time, being pissed off about what you don't have instead of focusing on what you fucking do have. You know, I was looking at someone was talking about how much it sucks to walk under the hot sun, but then somebody without legs would love to be able to walk under the hot sun. And then somebody without the ability, that's a vegetable that can't move at all, would love to just even have the ability to move their fucking arms. It's always a matter of perspective, man. So, you know, I'm going to go skateboarding right now. Then I'm going to go home. I'm getting over my fucking cold vid, whatever the fuck you want to call it. A lot of good people out there, man. A lot of division in this country. A lot of scumbag politicians on both sides. Bunch of roided out people thinking they're John Wick, can't prosecute child predators in the government on both sides. You know, it's disgusting. People turning the White House front lawn into a playtime thing, completely eschewing any dignity that place had. Whatever, man. I'm going to focus on me and my book and what I can do, and that's it. Making sure I take care of my wife, and make sure I take care of what's within my sphere of influence, and that's all any of us can do. Cheers, man.